Thank you for tuning into today's collective reading. In the meditation I did before coming into the reading, there is some questions that the collective is seeking some clarification, possibly a little guidance from their higher self on as to where they were and to where they are or where they're going yet. There's some gaps in really fully understanding. So what came through was, you have been in this state of learning of the self. A lot of what happens in your dreams, you are finding that it has deep meaning to your subconscious and that everything is really connected. You have been going through quite a bit of triggering, if you will, to open those wounds within you so they could be healed, to the need to deliver the actual remedy to these wounds so that what you're moving into can be receptive to giving to you, can be assertive to giving to you because you know who you are, and thus you're able to actually confidently be in a state of being receptive. This has not been an easy path to walk, as you've been through a lot and you have really developed quite the strength to deal with intense emotion and not have it overrun you. There are definitely some very strong empathic individuals within this collective that could be processing, transmuting for the collective. So when you would feel something personally, say a wound got triggered, a trauma got triggered, you would be processing not only your own emotion, but the emotion of others within the collective to help them heal. This is sometimes seen as, experienced as somewhat of a curse, but it is really a blessing. Because on the other side of that, it's been transmuted. It's been healed. So if you were to encounter an environment, a situation where you could be triggered like this again, you're aware of what's going on, for one. So you're able to consciously choose how you move within that experience. But it's also you and those in the collective have healed quite a bit of this as a result. So the amount of emotional triggering trauma response energy coming to you to transmute is not as intense because those closest to you, you'll transmute, you'll connect, you'll desire to help to heal more. So those in the collective, even if you don't know them in the 3D, you probably know them in 5D. You are probably already in 5D, your 5D selves, your higher selves are planning how to get you to actually co-create in the 3D. So there's a contract. So these souls, these individuals in your collective or your soul tribe, they're closer to you. So you have done a lot of this, and they have done some of this for you as well. It's a team effort, and it's all around divine that connects all of us. So this is where you have been, what you've been processing through, and the reason why was the desire to be able to own fully being in a receptive state without fear, without holding back, without bracing. And this process may be something that you continue to refine and continue to refine and continue to refine as you move through your life. Where you are going, where you are now, what your mission is, what you're called to do, what has come through is you're of two worlds. You're of two worlds. You have a very strong presence within your physical reality, and it is very muchly divinely directed, if you will, love is present in the physical world for you, and it fully anchors you here. But there's also quite a bit of time that you spend, energy that you expend in the 5D with your higher self, your future self, learning, continuing to integrate and grow, especially now that you have owned your power. There's quite a bit of resistance to getting to this place because you were so conservative with your energy. You were so protective of your energy, of what you have. And there's such a strong focus on giving to love and light that there was such a aversion to empowering any kind of actual dark. This occurred in this way because when you finally empowered that dark within you, the motivation behind it was one of humility. It was not just to hurt, just to harm, just to be angry and raging and have no control over the direction, kind of like a fire hose that's just flapping all over the place. You did not want that at all. That you've been developing the strength to hold that fire hose in place and direct it exactly where you want it to go. And intentionally, the why you're doing that focus is very, very important to you. That you only own this part of you when, shit needs to get done. It's time. It's time. It's time for the divine to act through you to create balance because you've had enough. And divine is well ready for you to have enough so that you can be this, so that you can own this. So you're never alone in this. And that's why it's highlighted the humility of it. You know that this is this ability, this strength, this gift, this awareness that you have is not solely your own. You are aware that you are co-creating that experience. You are not alone in it. You are partnered and you can rely, trust, know that the divine has you in that moment. And whatever you're not aware of, you're not meant to be because divine has it. You still have a little bit of processing of this experience to fully move into that receptive state. You have union within self. You have that pinnacle to offer, to contribute. You have yourself to bring to the table in that union within self. But you have some questions yet. You're at that point where those questions can only really be answered by going within, moving into a state of meditation, quiet reflection. If it's a minute, 2 minutes, 5, however long you need for the divine to unlock the why within you, to help you understand. Once this happens, you will move into a state of being receptive to making that offer, contributing that pentacle that you are, that ace of pentacle that you are. You feel a little bit guarded because there are some things yet that you feel have not been fully resolved. And until they have been, you don't want to move because you're protective of this gift that you've been given, this discernment. So you are showing respect for this. And that's really what came through. A lot of that was flow, but these were the things that were highlighted in particular. I do hope that this helped and clarified some of your own intuition around these issues, these dynamics, these challenges within you. Because it all starts within you and being that pinnacle, that balanced pinnacle. Before you start thinking about a project, before you start thinking about a relationship, it starts with you. Are you good within you? Do you feel that you understand that You have that settling. It allows you to be empowered. Divine wants to give you these answers, wants to help you understand. The only way to move forward is to go through the fear and be open with it. Yeah, I'm fearing the answers that I'm going to receive because I don't understand. I don't know. I don't, that fear. But you will never move out of that state of fear if you don't open to the answer. And however you best connect with that inner connection with divine, that inner voice without sound, that will be where you find those answers. And more than likely, as you've probably had experience with many times leading up to this moment, once you have those answers, you will feel so relieved that you're not in that state of fear anymore. And you'll have this kind of feeling like, why did I resist this? This is not anything to be feared. So the divine within me honors the divine within you. Namaste.